Attention, all curious minds, innovators, and trendsetters. It's time to pause, lean in, and get ready for an extraordinary journey as we dive deep into the fascinating realms of life, technology, entertainment, and business. Let's explore, learn, and grow together. Brace yourselves, for the next thrilling episodes of Hipther Talks is about to take off. Counting down from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And here we go.
Hi everyone, Zoltan here. We're back again this week. Today we are sticking to the affiliate business again, and I have the pleasure of having David Harris, program tech team lead at ReferOn with me. So, hi David, it's nice to have you here.
Hi, it's nice to be online after following my colleague recently as well. So
yeah,
exactly. Interesting to see what angle I can give on top of it.
Yeah, we are very curious about that because we enjoyed our time with Vlad. So, all right. So before we dive into the question, just could you do a short introduction about yourself? Maybe just a few words about okay. How you got into this industry and what is your background on it.
Okay, so I started maybe 7.5 years ago. When I actually first moved to Malta. So for those who know, Malta is quite big with iGaming. I came from London. I used to live in London. I did not do iGaming. I was in insurance, completely different. But I decided to move here due to personal reasons. And I just started with a software company. At the time, it was another affiliate kind of platform. I worked there for close to 4 to 4.5 years. And then I moved over to an operator. And then from there, I had the opportunity to jump into ReferOn. So ReferOn's been kind of in the progress for like close to 2 years, 2.5 years, of which Vlad, for those who saw that one as well, and you're familiar, Zoltan, we worked together on creating this software. So he has experience more on the tech side, whereas I had more experience with kind of the networks and the client facing, and obviously English speaking as being my kind of mother tongue, documentation, training, knowledge, demos. That's more kind of my angle on the product.
All right, so let's dive into it. I like it because for our listeners who don't know, we usually prep for these recordings. And this type of question that's why it's so natural, because we capture the surprise from our guest because we don't ask them to prepare a short introduction about themselves. So that's why it's more natural. So, Dave, can you help our listeners understand the basics and importance of affiliate management systems in the iGaming industry? I know it's very important, but maybe...
Yeah, so basically for anyone who's anyone, affiliation and how to manage that and track that. You can't just write that on the back of an envelope, okay? You can't keep it in an Excel spreadsheet, no matter how hard you try. The way you manage your affiliate systems, not just on our own product or ReferOn, but across the board, you have some core fundamentals that you have to maintain and manage. The first one being your rewarding. Okay, what commercials are you really going to sort out there? You can say to, affiliate A, as an affiliate manager, this deal, it's a hybrid, it's a 50% with a 20/20 and then a 180 CPA, for example, okay? You need to track that somehow. You need to halt that campaign. You need to increase that campaign. That's just the rewarding aspect, okay? There's a whole host of questions you can ask on that. The next part will be the tracking. Okay, how can I say an affiliate promotes my brand? How can I get the players to connect to that affiliate and therefore to me, okay? If you're purely focusing on organic traffic, there's only so much you can do with your own company. That's where affiliation comes in. But getting the links, whether it be your standard trackers, which are used by 90% of the market, or you want banners or GIFs, for some markets really prefer those over others. Landing pages, all of those various aspects is how you'd manage it in your platform. Linking with rewarding, payments, okay? Keeping track of your payments, your end of month procedures, all of that's there. And last but not least, just to kind of combine everything together, all the reporting functionality you need, okay? You need to know if this deal that you propose, this commercial proposal, whatever, is it working? Is it not working? Is it profitable? Can I check my hold percent? Can I check my NGR, the play? And this goes for both the affiliates and also affiliate managers. All of those are core strategies on any affiliate platform you find out in the market. And then the difference is how quickly can you get to those answers? There's the different systems.
All right. Yeah, and I like that you mentioned all type of sources and banners and animated banners. I can remember the days when flash banners were so nice.
Yeah, I mean, there was a bit of a kind of a rise in kind of HTML5 for a while. That kind of came about with some other third-party banner programs that came around as well. But flash banners, you're going back to mini-kit days kind of things, all the way back then and all those pop-ups. So we've come a long way. There are many ways now affiliates kind of just take your standard tracker and then do their own logo and their own justifications around it. So you don't actually see as much kind of, shall we say, legit banners being provided so much anymore. It's mainly just text links. But, things might change, but we'll see.
Well, I'm glad to know this because this is something new. I've been in the affiliate industry for quite a while, but after that, I did not keep track of things.
I mean, for example, so you just take, in the last couple of years, we had a humongous rise in streamers, right? Yeah. Streamers nowadays just put it in their text, in the side chats of link trees. These link trees are purely the basic trackers. You might get watermarks or banners below their profiles, in Twitch and Facebook Lives and all that stuff. But your general day-to-day, your SEO traffic, so you're going to be just your tracking links or hidden behind, logos that are there. So, but as I said, some markets still do the occasional banners. It does still kind of catch the eye, or maybe on the, on little vertical skyscrapers, for example. But it's just not as common anymore.
All right. So let's talk also about the relationship between affiliates and affiliate managers and affiliate programs, because there are lots of affiliate programs out there and lots of affiliates who like to jump from one affiliate program to another. So what strategies do you recommend for building and maintaining a strong relationship with affiliates?
So, okay, this sounds a bit almost too kind of cliche, but transparency is always going to kind of build a relationship. No matter what business model you're in, not just affiliate managers, it's a client-to-client relationship where you're building a trust. Now, if you're obscuring data, the trust is going to go away. So keeping it transparent, there will be issues, okay? Data is never perfect. Anyone who ever works in anything to do with data, it's never perfect. There's always going to be glitches, bugs, problems, reporting, whatever. So making sure that things are transparent on both sides to say, look, it's just not profitable for us, or can we squeeze in a bit more? Can we increase the position a bit? And just not trying to kind of sell themselves short in any way, or you're making it so it's a win-win situation as best as you can. And to do that, you do sometimes need to compromise. But at the same time, I think affiliates know sometimes they do push their luck. And I think also affiliate managers know they also try to keep their costs down. It's going to be that kind of seesaw, right? But you'll find that there's so many affiliate programs out there. Even the ones that I know about, there are thousands, if not a million more other programs out there with different teams, different strategies, different forecasts, different markets. You may be able to an affiliate might be able to just drop a position because they do find more profitability on a budget somewhere else. And that's just business, unfortunately. There's not much else you can do about that.
All right. So let's teach these old dogs some new tricks then. So I know it's not part of your everyday job, but how do you approach setting and negotiating commission structures for affiliates?
So this actually, okay, as you kind of said, it's not really my everyday, but I know, building a program like ReferOn, you have to know a little bit about this to make their lives better and to make it as a sellable product. So essentially, how do you go about it? So let's do this in kind of different steps. The first point is you have a particular product in mind, okay, whether this be casino, whether this be sports, and a particular market, okay, whether it's Italy, Norway, Ireland, wherever you want to go. To reach out where you want, you have to do your own kind of initiation first. So do your own outreach, go to Google, search some random keywords, get that information of those sites that you can find and start connecting with those people if you can. You may also find if you're an existing affiliate manager, or you're not just coming new into the business, you have your own connections, okay? Those connections could be big networks who have multiple regions, multiple geos. That could be an easy shoe-in and can start promoting a new brand, either an existing program, or you have literally changed jobs and you're doing a brand new affiliate brand promotion there as well. So you do find this, you do have a bit of legwork at the beginning, but it's all getting kind of that outreach. There is always people creating new sites and people always trying to vie for positions, whether that's in PPC marketing, whether that's in standard SEO, or whether it's really, really niche keywords like roulette or blackjack in a particular region. So there is always going to be people kind of out there, and you can find and you can build your positions with that.
All right.
How do you maintain that is the next question. Let's say you've obtained it, you want to speak to them. And this kind of leads back to my previous statement of getting that transparent, getting those deals. But where do you start? Where do you start with those deals? Now, there are many programs, again, are out there. Two ones being SEMrush and Ahrefs. You can actually understand what are some kind of traffic this site is bringing through in this geo and this keyword. You can also be able to do outreach in that aspect as well, whether you don't have to rely on your own stuff. And you can kind of see what structures can work for those. If they're quite new, you may want to stick with a rev share. If you know they're quite a known brand or a known name, experience also tells you this. There will be always seniors or head of affiliates in your team that can always help you with this. And generating the best traffic on both accounts. The affiliate will also tell you kind of what they're looking for. So it will work both ways. So it's kind of this kind of open negotiation, who starts first, and it goes from there. So, but I think that covers it.
Yeah. So recently I know. So we have about 24 websites for B2B news from several industries, and we sell advertising space in terms of banners. But the trouble we've been having is that sometimes our clients approach us with that traffic numbers from SEMrush or some other tool, which is sometimes maybe even 10 times smaller than the amount of traffic we actually have on the website. So my next question would be,
okay, I'm not a SEMrush product manager. I cannot answer your question directly. But those products are not going to be 100% like fully accurate, okay? It may pick up, or you might be picking up bot traffic, maybe. I'm not saying that you have, but it could. SEMrush or Ahrefs could also be not maybe matching with certain IPs, maybe that's generating the traffic. So there could be gaps on both sides. I don't think there's only one person to blame, but at least you get trending from both aspects. You know yourself going into a negotiation to say, I know I get this much traffic or I get this much leads from these B2B partners, whereas you're telling me this. But the trend line would be the same over a period of time. So you could, if you have stats to prove otherwise, then obviously do that. And I know I'm talking in your case, but this actually applies to anything.
Yeah, of course.
If you go to an affiliate, let's say you're an affiliate manager, and you go to an affiliate and say, SEMrush says you have this many clicks, okay, X. And the affiliate turns around and say, I have literary stats to prove it. Here is my screenshots of other programs of showing I have this much click, this much leads. Then the affiliate will be like, oh, okay, well, that's great, because that's more concrete evidence that I can work with, and I'll probably give you a different deal in accordance to it. So
the main
I don't
point
think any
here
one
is,
person believes.
the main point here is having your own tracking tools in place.
Yeah, exactly. So this leads on to the point of, this is why there's so many requests or software out there that enhances your tracking. Okay, you may heard probably in the last 10 years or so, you have dynamic variables or enhanced parameters in your tracking. We have Google Tag Manager. We have pixel tracking. So those are just three things which are quite vague, but which enhance the ability of tracking. All of these also encourage the transparency. Again, this is going to be kind of my word of the podcast, of kind of enhancing that. So your variables and your parameters could be capturing particular unique click IDs or sub IDs. Then you have pixels, which is going to be your real-time events. And your Google Tag Manager is an entirely separate thing where you can start tracking the mediums, the source. So you have so many kind of angles that you're looking through to make sure that your data is 100% in agreement with what you're seeing. And believe me, if the affiliate knows there's missing click IDs, you will know about it.
Yeah, exactly. So this has been a very long intro for my next question.
Sorry.
No, it's good, because that's what my question is, that how do you analyze data to optimize an affiliate marketing strategy?
This is a big topic. Okay, there are many things that come into the concept of strategy. Okay, what does strategy mean to you? Does strategy mean I will take a loss as I emerge into a new market? Does strategy to you mean I want to build up this very stable foundation that I have and grow it more? So if we just take the general concept of growth, I think that's generally, attributed to your strategy and growth in the same kinds. So where do you check for these kind of things? You would check generally on an increase of the magic word of FTDs. Okay, FTDs is the generic metric that everyone uses, but you do have to have that as a side metric as well, because you can't just take FTDs. You have to take the value of those players. Okay, you also have bots, frauds, whatever that come into FTDs. I mean, I don't need to tell many of you who are listening that when you have a CPA deal of 20 deposits, and then magically all your players only deposit 20 and they're never to be seen again, it's starting to look like those. But other metrics you have to look at is the lifetime value of the player. You also have to look at the general deposits accounts and amounts. You have to look at their withdrawing those values and therefore obviously removing that money out of the business, and then you're not keeping it within, or they haven't played with it. But all of those kind of tied together to say, okay, split by geo, maybe split by day. I've started a new campaign and I want to see and drive those numbers up. Higher positions, generally higher numbers, but with all of those obviously are higher costs generally. If they're not, happy days, because you've driven growth without needing to have a higher cost.
All right. So another question about something that's not relevant to your everyday role. So how do you manage compliance issues with affiliate marketing?
So this is something which has really kind of raised its head over the last maybe couple of years. I don't know exactly, but it's really come about with as we come into more kind of regulation into markets, you hear this idea of how do we regulate the affiliates that we have? Now, player and KYC and everything has been around for a long time because of all the regulations. You have your MGAs, your SGAs, and all the various other regulations you have. But what about the affiliate? How do I know that this affiliate is legit? How do I know it's not just opening and going to close straight away? How do I know the person I'm speaking to in Skype or emails, whatever, is, actually doing it and will promote it accordingly, especially in these new emerging markets that we're hitting with iGaming, and especially for those run by the Curacao license, which is a little bit easier it is to kind of reach out to these areas. That's not being saying that Curacao is more great, it's just saying they can easily reach into those markets better than others. Now, there are many ways you can actually test for compliance on the affiliate. You can actually do a series of due diligence. This is in your own kind of, now there are standard due diligence practices that you can do online for general money laundering checks. You can actually apply it very similar. You can do your kind of basic due diligence, your standard due diligence, or even your enhanced. And these vary from checking company details, from if it's a small kind of like family-run business, you can check or scans of the kind of utility bills and all that stuff, names, addresses, payment details, make sure they match across the board. Now, some of this sounds like a lot, okay? But if you are uncertain or you're unsure, and this even goes for the individual player, by the way, not just from the affiliate, it's the same kind of levels. Always check with, especially if you're now dealing with affiliates, you can check with your, I believe this is the right acronym, the MLRO, which is the Money Laundering Responsible Officer in your company, to say, I don't know about this guy. You can also check with your risk and fraud teams. Every casino operation sportsbook should have a fraud team. And you can also check to say, hey, I'm picking up a weird feeling. And if your weird feeling proves to be false, you have no consequence, okay? It's just, you just had a suspicion, that's fine. We just move on. Everything's been checked. Everything's good. So the same practices you can literally do to your affiliates. What we're trying to do in ReferOn, a little bit of plug now, is we are probably in the next year, we're going to look at affiliate KYC practices and maybe look at as kind of like a way you can run the tools or upload documents within the program. And as an affiliate manager, you'll be able to assess this or approve it accordingly within there. You don't have to rely on a third party or another third party flow or an internal flow that you have. But that's the plans. I don't have an ETA, but that's the plans.
All right, because I think there's only one jurisdiction, Romania, that has licenses for affiliates.
Greece as well. Romania is one that's coming up, but Greece has a very interesting affiliate KYC where they need to go via the, they have to license their kind of company under the Greek license. So those two are for certain that you can't even approve. I'm referring to in general KYC practices for affiliates, not exactly. Just license specific in this case.
Yes. And what are some of the ways to mitigate risks associated with affiliate partnership? Because there are many risks out there.
I mean, iGaming is, part and parcel with risk. Even playing it, it's always with a risk, right?
We are the devil. At one of our conferences now in Budapest, this was like one of the speakers has told us this, that the iGaming industry is perceived back as the devils, as the vigilantes of everything around the world.
So iGaming and high risk are one and the same. But you're referring to player risk or affiliate risk here?
Affiliate
risk. So again, this comes back to kind of the transparency of reporting. Okay, if you're seeing suspect behavior, whether it be, as I said, I kind of mentioned this earlier, players that hit exact CPA thresholds and are never to be seen again. You can check players' login activities. Again, you work with risk and fraud department with this, but the main ones would be kind of risky kind of conversations or like weird conversation if you're asking for details and they kind of skirt around the topic and it just seems a bit weird. But when the data starts coming in, they might ask for prepayments. That's another one. Personally, I'm against prepayments because we are performance marketing, not here's your money, do what you want the will. But again, there are some markets which still rely on prepayments. That's just my opinion. And there are ways, suspect, that you can look at this and say, look, your names don't match. The data is very unprofitable. You've literally got 5 out of 10 players who come in deposit and instantly withdraw, and they all have the same IP. This is weird. I've given you a CPA of 150. What's happening here? So it's stuff like that. And it's really, really important to be on top of this, looking at the reporting, splitting it by day if you need to, by player, and seeing all these activities to do that. Now, having said that, it could just be the case that players do that in some markets. So if you are on Curacao, for example, and you have multiple markets you're looking at, you really have to pay attention by geo to see, is this the general behavior? So Brazil, for example, I know is one to watch at the moment. So.
Okay, so let's talk about the trending topic of the year.
Topics.
Yeah, it's the AI and machine learning.
AI, yes. Vlad, my colleague Vlad loves an AI chat. I don't know if you managed to speak to him after the podcast, but it's his favorite topic. He loves it. He always has ChatGPT open. Every time he messages something, I already know it's ChatGPT. He loves it. Anyway, general trends are that is being picked up by a whole bunch of stuff. Now, it is still a work in progress. Okay, it has started to leak into the iGaming market, but it's just very slow. Okay, the key point of AI, and I will say this about any vertical, not just iGaming, is it doesn't fully replace, but you work with it to enhance your business. So yes, it might impact certain areas of your business. Maybe that be CRM, translations, whatever that might be. But if you can work with AI, maybe you want to do AI for working out probability of churn rate of your players, forecasting of outputs on this geo. You want to see, or using smart data and AI, pulling it through to say, in 6 months and 1 month, this deal will be unprofitable at current rate. Stuff like that. That's amazing. Now, I know for a fact no program has this right now, and I can speak freely about this. It's where we want to go because everyone's starting to use AI. Everyone just wants to put in, a text search, and it'll be like, great. It just tells me smart AI. Finding outreach based on certain parameters that you put into a search engine, for example, just stuff straight away. So using AI to your advantage needs to be the direction you go. And the doom and gloom of the replacement, it will come in, it will impact some jobs. That's just a way of life. But it will enhance massively certain other areas of the business.
Yeah, I just recently saw some official press release of a company, and I copied the text into ChatGPT and asked it if he wrote that. And it says, yes, this is my... So it's something that's very funny to see how some people just copy and paste everything and they just use it.
I mean, it's being actually a big impact in education, right? Whether in a good way and in a bad way, because many students are using AI to shorten that. Now, as much as I am praising AI and ChatGPT and all those variants, I personally don't use it. A lot of the content I prefer to just write myself. I know it takes longer. That's just that's the hill I will stand on. But for others, especially for some of my colleagues, such as Vlad, who maybe English isn't his, or especially written, it's a lifesaver for them. But because it's my mother tongue, I know exactly when he uses it. But I like to add a bit of flair, and that's how I do my content.
So how do you see the role of AI in the affiliate management systems?
So I gave some kind of examples on kind of especially forecasting metrics, churn rates, looking at probabilities, lifetime value forecasting. Those will be the directions that programs will go.
Those are...
I also think I mentioned kind of messaging services and stuff like that. That would also be a way you could do it as well. You could just do like prompts or warnings. You could do triggers with all AI kind of going through all the database. There's lots of ways to use AI in a system, and it's kind of just getting started, really. I think next year you will see an explosion in affiliate systems trying to use AI in all sorts of ways.
Okay, so let's also help the affiliates now with some suggestion about what tools and strategies do you suggest to boost affiliate performance.
So in the affiliate perspective, there's a number of tools that they can use to help benefit their day-to-day. Not only are there a selection, if a competitive market, I should say, actually, of affiliate platforms, ReferOn being included, and we are still quite new. These use a number of API reporting. I'm just going to take ReferOn as a stand. So with ReferOn, we have like our own flexible structure with APIs. You can do whatever you like. I can't say the same for all programs, but that will be a way that you can easily extract data however you like, whenever you like. Other tools would be the cases of using Google Tag Manager, as I mentioned before, pixels and the various forms of those just to get what you need. There's also a number of stat aggregators out there which help you review that. I know a good friend of mine, John Wright, who's with the Affiliate BI. I've done a podcast with him as well, talking all about ReferOn. And he's done loads of work with affiliates as well. So if you aren't already under the Affiliate BI stuff, I definitely recommend to reach out to him. And yeah, there's just a bunch of stuff out there. I mean, you can also use data scripters. I mean, that's the most basic thing. If you do not have API capability, definitely ask your affiliate manager. If you want to just continue with data scraping, maybe you have loads of accounts, then that would be the way forward. But API would be your for sure method to use.
All right. So how does effective affiliate management impact overall business growth?
Well, effective affiliate management on both sides. So you can be an affiliate manager and be really rubbish at your job. You will soon be out of a job if you can't effectively juggle both outreach, profitability, and general building of your relationships with your current affiliates. Okay, there's a big difference between for those who've just come into the system as affiliate managers and those who have knowledge, experience, build those networks, build those contacts, and so on. So effectively managing your portfolio is really juggling those three. Okay, making sure everything is still on track within your budgets, within your costs, while still making a profit. It's not a job for everyone. You also have to be good in sales. You also have to be, let's be honest here, you have to be good at people skills. You are meeting them in conferences. You are staying late nights generally. So it is not for everyone, but effectively doing that, it's a little bit of technical skills and a little bit of personal skills goes a long way in doing that. Now, from the affiliate side, as an affiliate management, kind of building your portfolio, building that up, is you have to maintain a kind of a good structure and stable campaign that is constantly updated and keeps giving traffic. Now, whether this is splitting into different geos with different keywords that you're trying, with new content, new blog posts, whatever kind of area you're in, you have to keep it active. If you start losing your traffic, you're going to start losing your profit margins with your deals as well. So doing an effective campaign, again, you need to kind of look on which side of the coin you are. All
right. So let's also give some advice to these affiliate managers about what are the best practices for recruiting and retaining high-performing affiliates, those super affiliates we like to talk about.
So with a slight bias, I would like to say that if you improve your technical skills, you will make your business decisions a lot quicker. Okay, so you'll be able to find out via the reports or via your own dashboards that you've created instantly or very quickly when things are not going the way you want it to be. If we're looking at, again, new to more experienced affiliate managers, it's those that really set it apart. It's getting those, juggling those much more effectively, and building the right campaigns that fit, and not trying to kind of undercut anyone involved in the process while still trying to make a profit on everyone's side. So again, that's my bias. A little bit of technical skills goes a long way, whether it be simple as pivot tables or making your own Power BI dashboard if you're going to be that way aside. And really, if you have loads of accounts, just trying to keep on top of it and work out which are your priority. All of them cannot be your priority. Okay, there's no way you can manage that. You have to work out which ones are doing the best and really focus on those positions or push those. And the others are just happily kind of trundling along if you have multiple.
All right. So maybe say a few strategies that businesses can adopt to maximize the return of investments from affiliate partnerships.
This would be, so you might have to start with your kind of your welcome offers. Okay, assess which are welcome offers that's going to bring in good players and also good affiliates, because the affiliates know in general what the market is providing for, you know, up to 200 euros or whatever it is. Okay, if you are coming into the business and saying your strategy is 50% up to 100 euros, a lot of affiliates were like, that's not going to be good enough to even attract many players. Like, there's going to be on that side, on the casino side, to say there has to be a market kind of level, a trend that we need to match. And if there are any USPs of your brand, whether it be awesome gamification, promotions, VIPs, whatever you have as like your USP, make that your standout. Make your brand the one that they want to put on top position, whether it is really, really fitting, whether it's a cool design, whether it's like all fitting together as like quests or whatever it is, fantasy or cyberpunk, or whatever it is, make that like what you really want to push as your promotion. And affiliates want to see that and really would want to push it. You don't want something drab, something boring, and then also matching below the trend line of the market. So get your USPs, understand them, and really push them to the affiliate and say, hey, we'll be really cool. I really enjoy it. Try out the brand if you can as well, and say, this is really cool. I love the fact that you can do this, and give that kind of feedback just to the affiliates, and they'll be more than likely to go with it.
All right. So let's go back to the affiliate management systems. And maybe can you share some views or some insights you have on the current market trends in affiliate management?
So the general trends in affiliate management system is really trying to look at more data-driven perspectives. And that's what we've tried to do with ReferOn. We've tried to make it much more data-driven. The widgets or the gadgets and the data and statistics can be much more at hand. There are some systems out there which seems a little bit more clunky in getting that data. Maybe they're a bit older. Maybe that's just how they were designed. I can't say for all products out there because there's a lot. I know the major ones, but there's a lot out there. That seems to be much more of a trend, making it more accessible, making it more intuitive, getting that data as hands-on and as quickly as possible. As I mentioned before, we are seeing a bigger shift in APIs, XMLs, to get the data more readily to the affiliates, whether it not be via the reports in the system, but a way to extract it. We're also seeing kind of a little bit more shift in rewarding. So there's some structures that are changing. We're seeing an increase a little bit more on referred to as EPC deals, which is effective per click kind of deals from there, or GPC, so more geo kind of precise on those. We're kind of veering away from the standard flat structures. We're still seeing them, but we're starting to see this kind of small market share of some deals that are coming in, of the EPCs, the GPCs coming in. Not much, but there's a little bit of a shift there. I'll be interested if this continues into next year and the further years, but for now we're seeing a small kind of wedge of the market share to be these deals rather than your statics.
All right. So how do you see the future of affiliate management systems in the iGaming industry? This is a closing question. We talked about AI already.
Yeah.
And let's see what you guys have in
So,
mind.
okay, I'm going to give the ReferOn bias here because I know what we have planned for next year. So,
all right, that's what we want to hear.
I don't know how much Vlad gave away, so I need to be a bit more coy with these answers. So essentially, we have planned to make ReferOn much more of a one-stop shop. Okay, I've mentioned a few things already, from kind of affiliate KYC to more of the AI metrics and the messaging services, notifications, warnings. Those are all subtle hints to what's going to be coming in ReferOn. We also want more kind of ways to manage invoicing purely within ReferOn. Okay, so you can help manage your payment gateways or your payments, keep them up to date. No need to go via mailboxes and forget those invoices and stuff like this. They will all be in there. So I don't want to give too much away, but those are coming in ReferOn. Now, generally for the market, you are right. AI is going to change certain things for how they're going to be. We'll probably see much more changes in data. Data is going to have an emphasis to be more real time, where we need. Right now, in most cases, it's once a day or maybe a couple of times a day. And there's already changes to get that much more frequently. You may also see this change of affiliate programs that are looking or reassessing their needs as a program, okay? I'm not just going to take ReferOn bias here. I've seen this across the market. Programs are looking more at their affiliate, platforms, and to see, is this what I want? Is this enough that's going to get me through to the next 2 years? And previously, they used to be very much, okay, this is what it is. I'm not going to migrate. It's too much hassle. It is what it is. Like, as in, I'm not going to do anything about it. I think programs are now much more open to looking at other programs in the market and this is why we see this boom over the last couple of years of so much of this competitive world. And I hope that ReferOn tries to achieve that and get more people on board from those cases.
All right. So thank you so much for your time. And if you want to give some shout outs, you are more than welcome.
I would just say, it's not just me that runs the show on ReferOn. You've met Vlad already. There's a whole team behind this that built this product. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here today with this product. So I do want to say, fantastic work by all of them. We have many more releases to come. And if anyone wants to learn more about ReferOn, just reach out to me on LinkedIn or find the ReferOn page, and we'll be happy to speak to you more. I'll also be at Sigma Malta coming up. So feel free to just find my stand or message me again, and I'll definitely speak more about it if you wish.
All right. So thank you so much for your time once again, David. And thank you for our listeners for tuning in. Make sure to hit the subscribe button if you already haven't done that. So until next week, take good care.
Thank you very much.
And that's a wrap for this section of Hipther Talks. Thank you for being a part of our journey today. Don't forget to tune in next week for more insights and discussions. Stay connected with us on Spotify, YouTube, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, and more. Until then, keep exploring and keep growing. We'll see you next time.